Hi everybody, this is Bastiaan, and today we're going to take a look at a game where I'm playing the bird opening, against modern defense. And it's quite an interesting matchup because the bird actually is a flanking attack and prevents black from developing pawns or pieces in the center. And the modern style doesn't put pieces in the center but controls it from a distance. So basically we're both preventing each other from occupying the center, but neither of us wants to, really. So let's just find out which system will win. That's f4, f6, knight f3, and g6. So black is going to fianchetto and have pieces control the center from a distance. e3 to prevent pawns from the center, but that's not gonna happen either. g7, knight c3. Now knight g3 is an important move because if I were to follow standard bird procedure against this fianchetto and play b3, then knight moves and there's an attack on the rook, and I can't move the bishop. So I have to play knight c3 and takes, which obviously isn't too good for white. So with the modern style, I need to play a little bit differently, and I'm playing knight to c3 in order to block the fianchetto, because I'm planning to fianchetto myself, but black did it first. So black castles, b3, so here comes my fianchetto, b6, so here we're seeing black's fianchetto with his white colored bishop, white square bishop. So bishop b2 and bishop to b7. Still there are no pawns in the center, only pieces surrounding it. Bishop to d3. Now once again, normally in the bird system, this is a bad bishop and I'd like to get rid of it. So if there's ever a knight on c6, I immediately play bishop b5 with an attack. However, there's no knight at this point, and after bishop b5 I can simply be kicked back by pawn to c6, so that doesn't seem an option. Bishop c4 doesn't look too good either because of pawn to d5, which is nicely protected by a lot of pieces. So once again the bishop will become kicked back. So in order to get rid of the bishop, bishop d3 is played, but this places the bishop on d3 against the blunted g6 h7 pawn formation. So it looks like white is having a bit of a tough time against the modern. Black continues knight to a6 in order not to block the fianchettoed bishop. So I castle, knight to c5, attacking the bishop, which is my bad bishop, so I don't even mind trading it off, even if it doubles pawns. At least it wastes moves for black. Knight to e5, knight goes to his best square. Knight takes, so I'm glad to see some exchanges. And knight takes, so I don't have to double my pawns. knight to d5, and again exchanges, take and take. More exchanges, bishop takes and king takes. And now there are a lot of good moves. When in doubt, c4, kicking the bishop back. Goes to e4, but after knight to f2, he has to retreat to c6, e4, blocking off the bishop. Now black starts a battery maneuver. Queen to c8, looking to play queen to b7. But I can beat him at this race. I can play d4 with the idea of playing d5 to block his diagonal. So e6 in order to prevent this. d5 anyways, take, take, and the bishop needs to retreat to b7. Then I'm finally able to continue with my plan. So the bird idea to get this knight out of the way, rook lift, and bringing the queen. But at this point I don't even have to anymore, because both systems actually locked horns until the end game, and now I'm having an advantage simply because well, when the modern tries to control the center from a distance, it's relying on pieces and it's not developing the pawns. So exchanging material is always in favor of white when he's playing the modern, because black needs to rely on his pieces to have some control over the board while white is developing his pieces in the center, like he's doing right now. So I can simply play queen d4 check and take advantage of black's undeveloped position. So pawn to f6 blocks, knight to g4, adding another attacker on the f6 pawn, c6 in order to clear up the diagonal from the bishop, and now rook to e1 with the idea of playing rook e7 check, which will force the king out of the defense, or will exchange if black plays rook to f7, so I can trade off a defender and f6 becomes under attack. So black plays rook to f7 in order to block the check, and I play rook to e7 anyways, because if rook takes rook, then we have queen takes check with a fork, and actually this is mate, because king g8 and then knight to h6 mate. So the rook defense doesn't work. What else can black try? Can try if he plays a random move a5 for instance, then queen takes check and can't retake with the king because of the knight, can't retake with the rook because of the other rook, and this is also mate. So black can afford to waste the move. So queen f8 was played to strengthen the rook. Sadly this also loses. After queen takes pawn check, again rook cannot take because of the pin. Black plays king to g8, then rook takes, queen takes, knight h6 check, and forcing king to f8, and finally queen takes queen checkmate. So that was the game, a clash of two different styles. I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching, please leave a comment. Have a great evening.